Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Welcome to the Texas Ticket Show, folks. I'm Armando Nino, and I'm with Trey Fulbright.
Taylor.
It felt like I hadn't said it in a while.
It's been a while, but
Feels like forever.
Taylor from Be Local.
Yeah,
And here on the Texas Ticket.
and you know, I love the fact that, you know, North Side and South Side Lake Conroe. Can we call it that? Is that a thing? I mean,
There's definitely sections to
South Side. Not really, though, right? No, it's
like
too much.
45. That's where it would be the drawing. Like,
It's still too much. I mean, I don't think it's a big enough lake to give us sides. Let's just take the whole thing. Let's do that. Let's just, the whole lake.
Boom.
Lake Conroe. Let's just call it Lake Conroe. And Montgomery County. We're glad you're here, folks. With me today, I have Beau Sullivan.
What's going on, guys? It is a pleasure to be here on this wonderful afternoon with Texas Ticket, man.
Glad you're here, Beau.
Hey, man. It's been
Looking
long,
good.
long
Looking
overdue.
good.
Thank you. I dusted out the vest. It is getting into vest weather. I'm already rocking the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Proud of the Montgomery County boys
Yes,
that'll
sir.
be on the stage.
Yes, sir.
Kojo and Parker. Parker opening it up. It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a blast.
fun.
Yeah.
And we have a great show lined up for today. We have
Come on.
And if you haven't seen our show, folks, you can always catch our show at facebook.com/TXTicket.
Texas.
And you can catch all the
TX
back.
Ticket.
Yeah, and you can catch all the back show episodes there. You can catch the new ones, episodes every Friday, 1 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
As they release there. But I get a lot of folks ask me, you know, where do I find that show? I didn't listen. I didn't catch it on the radio. Well, if you don't get the chance to catch it on these kind of places, no, you can always see our backlog, all the shows at facebook.com/TXTicket. So let's get on with this episode today. As a matter of fact, I want to start out with saying Happy Halloween to everybody.
Hey, that's right.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
And I, Beau, I'm glad you're here because as part of that
Come on.
celebration, we got the Hallobration.
And the Hallobration. Celebration. Yes, sir.
Tell
We're
us
going
all
to be at Papa's on the Lake this Friday. Doors open at 5 p.m. They go until midnight. Give me a few minutes, and I will tell you the exact lineup times. But we have Mr. Jesse Raub Jr., hometown hero. 9 number ones to his record. That is just, he's been in Nashville writing some insane stuff. He's got a big tour with Kojo next year. I think he's got about 14 dates, I think, on the books right now. But Kojo goes to Australia in the middle of the summer. Yep, with
sounds
Luke
like a
Combs,
good
and he
movie.
comes back.
Kojo
Kojo goes to Australia.
It's like a
It's a lot,
King.
yeah. It's a lot like East
That's Cujo. That's
like
Cujo.
West Texas.
That's
Yeah.
It's code K-O.
You call that a
Cujo.
horse?
K-O-J-O, right? K-O-J-O.
We do these hopping horses down here. So he comes back, and so Jesse really pumped. Been really getting to know with Jesse and the fellowship, the collective, Brian Allen, John Edwards, Amber Edwards. Shout out to Patriots of Texas, one of the most upstanding charity 501c3s I had the honor to work with. So yeah, super pumped about Jesse headlining. Then we got Colten Jesse, Honky Tonk Kid. I'm gonna go ahead and give a big shout out to my girl Debbie Glenn. Holla Debbie Glenn, 11/11 Fest. She has Colten Jesse coming back for 11/11. Yeah, she got him on Friday night. I was happy to make a little double dip connection there, getting him on to this weekend, and then letting him backdoor behind for Debbie Glenn, and we're going to be promoting 11/11 Fest and on
Congratulations,
stage.
that's great
Well,
news.
we're going to yeah, that's our girl. We got to build it up. We'll be
Sure,
promoting
why
on the
not?
microphone. Hey, catch this.
Who
kid.
wouldn't?
The Kimbroughs next.
I love the Kimbroughs. You
Yes.
know the
Kimbroughs
Kimbroughs,
are
good
awesome.
friends.
You know
Those
the
guys-
Kimbroughs. Come
and
on,
and they're
man.
a strong group. I mean, they
Yes.
really are. I enjoyed listening to them. I've seen them live a few times, and
They really do a fantastic job.
I know they're good friends of you.
And there's a
Pulling it
lot
up. I'm not texting. I promise. I'm researching. Go
He's
ahead.
texting.
They
I'm
are,
not texting.
we saw them at the Battle of the Bands, and they just killed it, and they did just a fantastic job.
They're so local. They're hyper local. Those guys are hyper local, super Texans, and I enjoy the show. I enjoy watching them, and they bring it hard.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm super pumped. I've not had them out before for the summer. This was the first concert series. So we're in the fall ball. This is show 2 of the fall ball. I'm going to tell you about show 3 in a minute. We'll get there in a minute because show 3 just kind of got a smorgasbord of excitement to it now. We got a few different elements, including a new venue we're introducing into Conroe. But let's digress. The Kimbroughs, we love you, Jason. What a great band. Solid Ground. Big shout out to Barsh Auto Service. Barsh Auto Service coming in, being one of the co-title sponsors for the True South concert series. That's what we're going to kind of just.
I had that.
Yeah.
I got your sponsor. And I love a lot of your sponsors. I am a dirt-logic.com. Those are good friends of mine. That's why I'm starting to stack and Ashley Ballou over there. They're great people.
Wonderful
good folks.
people.
Great folks to work with. You also have
Advanced Construction and Development.
Advanced
Mitchell
Construction.
Buckley and Brianna Buckley. Hey guys, I appreciate y'all. Went by y'all's office this morning. Beautiful office. So proud of what Mitchell and y'all's team has done, closing out y'all's chapter at Backyard Paradise Pools and making this new leap with ACD. I'm honored to be on board with y'all. Congratulations. Nothing but health, happiness, and success.
Let's bring it back to Hallobration. Like what?
Oh, yeah, they're on board. They're the other
Yeah,
co-title
these are some of the
sponsor.
sponsors
Oh, we
for
brought
that
it full
event.
circle, baby.
Yeah.
All right, so
And-
okay, my bad. That's why. All right, so Barsh, we're getting back to this, the last artist. So Barsh introduced me to these cats. Hold on. Mike Meestead. Oh, no, I've
don't
just
know that.
lost it. It's
I
Brian.
you lost me on that one.
I know. This is solid ground. This man is solid ground. Brandon Earl Gurry. Oh, man, Gurie. Brandon
Gurie.
And I know he's Mike Meestead. Brandon and Mike. We're just gonna go Brandon and Mike. And
That's
and
okay.
They're
I'll add those
We'll
notes.
add that.
Beau, I'll stop you there. I'll add some of those notes. So, because I want to apologize. We're off the cuff. We're not scientists
No,
or
not
specialists
at
here.
all.
This is the fun stuff. So I want to make sure you know, Beau, that we'll put those notes down there for those folks that are helping us and helping you and putting
That's
these
awesome.
to put these great shows on because we want to see
We
more
want to
of
support
them.
these bands. Yeah, this band is cool.
Beau,
This was
I wanna
Buster's
support
friends,
great
and now they're on
entertainment.
our stage. I mean, that's how we do it. We're hometown friends. We're looking to help out people. These guys are a pretty talented band. I had never heard them before, but they're friends of one of our sponsors. And guess what?
Yes,
Friends of our
okay.
sponsors are friends of us, right?
Sure, absolutely.
So boom, they're on the stage. That's Solid Ground. They're going to kick it off 5:30.
Nice.
5:30 Solid Ground. Jesse's going to go on about 10:20, rock it to around midnight. And we got a costume contest. Cash prizes going to happen right
Wait a
before
minute. What
Jesse
kind of
goes on.
cash prizes? are we talking
Absolutely. Enough to get Armando Nino out of bed. And
I like to
and-
get dressed up.
Yeah,
I
I'm about to say.
about? If somebody paid me for it, that'd
Yeah,
be much better.
you're gonna have
'cause,
to-
I mean, currently I do it for nothing.
You're gonna have to, I know you're an. How do you respond to that?
what kind of prizes
know.
are we talking about? I mean, not like it took much for me to get dressed up, but I'll do it.
That's a great question. My board, we got to have a meeting. True South Team board meeting is tonight at 6:30. I will let you know what the cash prizes are going to be.
I'm in.
Obviously,
Sign me up.
The ladies might be getting a bigger cash prize than the guys. I think that's the way standard.
Well,
they
a
get the
double
reverse-
thank
yeah.
you to the ladies.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, couples. We'll do a couple. There's gonna be a couples. There's gonna be
Couple
one for a guy, one for a girl, one for couples, and one.
I
for
won't
the,
hold that. I won't hold that as solid truth
Yeah.
yet because I think y'all are still working on the costume contest. It
I'm
seems-
doing well. There's the last one is the best non-costume, the best regular Joe who just shows up. But we're not going to tell anybody. I'm just telling you all that. We're going to surprise somebody.
Somebody's gonna.
You know we're on the radio right now, right?
We're gonna make fun of. Yeah, I'm gonna walk up to him and give him like $20 and be like, "Hey man, nice flip flops." By the way, it's Halloween. You know what I mean? We'll bring him on stage.
Oh, I like to get a little cash.
So Armando's like, check flip flops.
No, that's my normal wear. And speaking of normal wear,
Okay. Where are we at now?
we're at the Bros Den.
The dudes did.
Dudes Den.
Dude's Den.
And I know it's not the Bros Den. I know
Dude's
it's the
Den.
Dudes Den. And there's this place called the Dudes Den. And look at this. Look at this ensemble.
If you're looking
looks
for
really comfy.
classic,
Straight out the Dudes
just
Den.
from Hui, from Ariat, from Be Fresh, any of these brands, you can find them in downtown Montgomery at the Dudes Den.
And the Dudes Den's tucked away, right? It's not
Yeah,
like...
it's actually in the back of Jessica's Fine Jewelry and Six Shooter Junction. Right
See, because
there
I don't think I'd have
downtown.
found it unless you
That's
told
pretty
me that
cool.
place is back there. So if your old lady makes you
That's
go
pretty
down
cool.
to Montgomery and do some of that, door-to-door window shopping, looking at
get some
candles
dude
for about
shopping
8
done.
hours, you know.
Yeah,
She'll
and
say,
they give
babe,
you-
can we stop by the jewelry store? And she'll be like, absolutely. And then you just tuck right
Sneak
back
right
to
in
the
the back.
dude's den.
The dude's
Get you a
done.
little,
It's in the
little
back.
shot there. I think they
What?
do some whiskey
That's the way to do it.
samplings.
Are you
So-
serious?
Okay.
Yeah, and they've got guitars back there too. So if you got a little bit of, you know.
So we
They're
can just
doing
sit
it
back
right.
there for hours rather than hold a purse in
Yeah.
front
So
of the dressing
if,
room.
if you're looking for a place
Can we
to just
get
kind of hang out,
I don't
Can we
hold
get Doug?
purses.
Can we get Doug on the road? Can we go mobile? Let's do a mobile radio show from there, right?
I think
From
that'd
the
be a
dude's
great
den?
spot. We
From the
just
dude's
camp
den?
out in the
Right
back of
there.
the
Dude's
dude's
den,
den.
absolutely.
We can
Hanging
set
out.
that up, huh? Tam?
oh yeah, I'll make some calls definitely.
I'm in a non-drinking spell right now, but I mean that is one element that we could just
I just finished. I'm
Well,
with
it
you.
is-
I'm with you. We're on the same page
well,
right now.
Well, technically, it is 4:00 on Friday afternoon, right?
I don't know what time it is. You know, I'm just glad we're all here, man. It is so good to see you.
It's so good seeing you.
Honestly.
All right. Speaking of where to be this weekend, so I'm getting us back on track. Okay. We are going to be, guys, I'm really, really, really excited about this one. This one's going to be a huge one. This facility is gorgeous. I'm talking about it is splendidly beautiful. It has a stage that is 100 foot wide in the middle of a retention pond. It has the largest outdoor video screen in Montgomery County. It's going to hold about 2,500 people for a massive outdoor concert, or it could hold 250 for an intimate, gorgeous, beautiful wedding. So we're opening the doors for private events, corporate events. Of course, we're going to brand some incredible
talking about Shout
concert
House.
series. We're talking about the Shout House.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to steal
The
that
Shout
from
House.
you.
Come on, man. It's
Shout House.
The Shout House.
Shout House.
Shout House. That was so off key. All right, so yeah, it's right over by Lone Star Airport.
And you got
on
Bogart
336.
over there, right?
Got my
Bogart's
boy
there.
Bogart. I want to give a big shout out to Ram and Jazz, sing one of the just sweetest, most compassionate, most intelligent, fiercely intelligent, and just some of the kindest people I could ever hope to align with on a project of this magnitude. This is a massive undertaking. As a matter of fact, I brought in my partner, the guy we just spoke about, Jesse Raub's business manager, Brian Allen. Brian Allen with Mass Plus Media is coming in, kind of helping foot the load.
Radio
with
show,
True
right?
South. Where?
Does Brian Allen have a radio
Brian
show?
Allen used to. He's real big in software, and he owned UniversalVideos.com. And he was trying to work a little deal with Universal Records at that time, Universal Movies.
Wow.
So he's had his fingers. in
You meet all
Nintendo and
kinds of
everything.
crazy people, bro. I'm always intrigued by the folks you run into, the folks you get to rub shoulders with, and you know I've seen musicians that
Blessed,
sit
man.
with like
Just
I saw Jeff Canada yesterday with Travis Tritt, and I'm thinking it was Dwight Yoakam. I don't remember, but just the fact, and you could see the look on his face. He was just as giddy as I would be if I was standing there, and it's just how do you get over some of this starstruck stuff? And I mean, I know we don't perform. I mean, you do more performing than most promoters, but you know,
I'm an
seriously,
active
you get out there a
promoter, yeah.
bit. You know, you get on stage because
No
I keep
doubt.
saying, well,
I
that guy's
am.
a promoter, but I ain't ever seen him sing. Well, he doesn't sing. You know, damn. You know, well, why does he keep acting like it? You know,
Because I am I'm a
You
Disney.
don't.
Well, I'm a Disney child star. I sing, dance, and act. So
Do you
know,
really?
triple threat. Absolutely, you got to now in this day and age. You know how hard it is to get into a Disney show. You got to do all of it, man.
man, I
And
really
your
I
life's a
follow
Disney
along.
show, so you know what I'm talking about.
Ridiculous. But every 9 o'clock we have a fireworks show at my house.
I can see you as being one of the wild and crazy dads in any of those Disney shows.
We're
So
on
I'm-
this too much.
All right.
You know, our kids keep us
Keep us,
being
yeah,
behaved.
yeah.
You know, and
I could've-
congratulations, by the way. I know
Oh,
you got
thank
a
you,
newborn
man.
in your house.
Yeah, we got like a 9-day-old at the house right now.
That's outstanding.
Wells Royal Sullivan.
Wells
Yeah.
Royal
Sullivan.
Sullivan.
Came in the world October 13th, and we're just I'd be 12 days now. Wow, where's the time going? So
My brother's October
incredible.
10th. My daughter's October 20th.
Wow,
Yeah.
right in the middle.
And I'll tell you, great kids.
Man.
Wonderful
You've
people,
raised wonderful.
good,
That's what I
solid
was
souls.
talking about. Having you as a dad. I mean, that is a Disney show at the house. Come on, dude.
I feel like I'm living in a
Come
Disney
on,
episode. I'd
that's
sure,
it,
I'd
dude.
sure like to get some Rob Zombie in my life, or some, you know, some Motley Crue back in there, like in the old days, you know. But now I'm more like, you know, Disney.
He came and got
Yeah,
the
it's a
remote
Snow
off
White
the
show.
thing and goes, "This isn't for kids. I'll find us something." I was like, "Oh man, punt this 6-year-old kid."
They got away, man. They start running the show, and
It is. It's
and then
over
they
with.
just leave the show.
So
I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry right now.
they're going to leave
I
the
can't
nest.
if you make me.
I'm ready. Yeah, get the heck out the nest.
But those kids. I love mine, and I miss them dearly. And my son, he's 22. He's
Come on.
grown ass man. He's out
He
there
is.
living his life. In the Marine Corps. He's
Oh,
he
man,
can
thank you
probably
for-
out
thank
arm
you for
wrestle me
your
right
service.
now. Hey,
Thank
you want to
for
arm wrestle
your
real quick?
service. Yeah.
You want to arm wrestle?
No, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, and we just got up. It's
all right.
breakfast.
Some of the
Can
time
we have Cheerios?
we got some arm wrestling
All right.
planned for the
Great.
day.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll do that later. And your first boy Chris.
Chris Runnels and Mason Miller. Shout out to White Hat Capital Group. I just left there
Those are
just a
some
minute
great
ago.
guys.
And excuse me, incredible human beings. I'm honored that they brought me on as head of acquisitions. It aligns with our ticketing program, our NFTs.
Does it? Oh, good.
And
Good. I
things
love
like
that.
that. And
Good
they're
for
helping fund a lot of projects with Brian Allen, Jesse Raub Jr., kind of our collective. A big Heisman Trophy weekend coming up. I'm not going to talk about it now. It's coming down next year. We have.
So can you said you can dance and sing, but can you do the gritty?
The gritty. I have no idea.
Can you do the gritty?
No, I don't think I can.
That's
Yeah,
the
you have to go home and
I think my
Google that.
son showed me that this
Did he?
weekend,
Did he?
maybe. Yes, that's it. Are we doing this? He's doing it. He is doing it. That's it. Okay, that's the gritty.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
gritty right there, buddy.
Oh, you're.
There it is.
Nah, no.
That's the touchdown dance.
do it.
That's it.
Just want to say, it's out there. It's the gritty. So
That's the gritty.
you got to work on your gritty.
I'm gonna work my
Can
gritty.
you give me some gritty at Papa's at the
I will
Hallobration?
gritty. I will gritty at the Hallobration. Done. I will.
Man, don't go crazy. Don't go
will-
crazy. And you can just say Texas Ticket told me, made me do this crazy stuff.
My gritty will not be spitty.
Get it out.
Google
Boom.
it so you can see a million pro.
Notice how I went PC right there and went very G-rated.
I did.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Spitty
But
with
you
a
know,
sp-
and I'll segue, and I tried not to because I didn't want to let the cat out of the bag, but I could feel your excitement, and I know you want to.
Yeah.
And the gritty's an NFL thing, right? For those that are not familiar with it, right? So
Yes.
You get a touchdown, Minnesota. All of them will
So
get out
we
there.
are bringing
Put the gritty, and you got
25 NFL or Heisman player winners, Heisman Trophy winners. May 21st, 22nd at the Woodlands Country Club will be Mike Rozier's Heisman Players Weekend. Heisman Players Weekend. We're going to have talent like Warren Moon, Rod Woodson, John Randall, Earl Campbell, Tim Brown, Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner, Charles Woodson, defensive winner there, Tim Brown, Derrick Henry, Tony Dorsett. So
Tony Dorsett.
Yeah, Mark
Earl
Ingram.
Campbell's going to be there. You punch your Texas Ticket, you shake
trying
that
to-
man's
yeah.
hand.
So you get to do a pairing party. If you come on board as a sponsor,
Moon?
we're accepting sponsors
that?
right now from about $3,000 to $30,000, $35,000, I think, depending upon. But you get to pick your player you want to play in your foursome. Sunday night before we have a pairing party, and you get to.
Did
bet
you tell
and
Dirt
win.
Logic that Warren Moon was going to be out
You
there?
know it. You know
because Wes turned the second hour at Ghost Bar in Las Vegas,
can
and
anybody turn that down?
we're up on the roof now, and we're up there hanging out. And they barely let us in there because we were five guys at a bachelor party for a friend of ours, and we got up there. We made it happen.
Yeah.
It took work, but because they don't like letting seven stray guys walk up into. It's not good for business. You let all the fellas in. So we're up there, and Warren Moon bumps into us, and Wes is like, "Look behind you, there's Warren Moon," and I'm like,
That's cool.
sure enough, Warren Moon's standing right there, and it was just one
What did he
of the.
say?
Hello, hi. I mean,
Hi.
We're just,
Where's my drink?
Loud music, we're
I'll
just all
take
hanging
a
out.
Jack and Coke. Appreciate you.
No, we had a blast. It was just my only personable.
That's awesome,
meeting.
dude.
With
I
Warren Moon,
I heard. I've only met him at an autograph signing, something down in Houston a few years back whenever I was working with the bodybuilding league down there, and so really great guy, very
And
humble.
the
really
reason I
cool.
wanted to bring that up before we wrap up,
Yeah.
the reason I wanted to bring that up was because you can look back 2 or 3 years. I can look back almost a decade, and we can remember exactly when we met one of the many
25,
folks that
yes,
are
sir.
on this list, and
Thank
we
you for
can
that.
we
I
go a
appreciate it.
lifetime and carry that as a memorable moment that I cherish. I really do, and I'll tell you
Imagine
this.
playing 18 holes of golf with that guy. And you
Imagine
poured that
being
out
sitting
on
here
you.
and hobnobbing with all these folks and getting a chance to shake
ride a
hands with
golf cart.
legends,
Yeah, legends.
and some fellas that will certainly, as a Heisman Trophy winner, outlive us in some effect.
Yeah.
As far as
Legends,
this,
legacy.
that legacy.
So
gaming
we'll
and
do some kind of show. True South will be back on the Texas to punch our Texas ticket. We'll come back on the show closer to, but we do want to give a shout out to anybody, the sponsors looking to come and be a part of this wonderful deal. Reach out to my man Armando Nino. He'll get straight to me And we want to
that's
make
benefiting
sure,
the Patriots of
well,
Texas.
That's benefiting Patriots of Texas, exactly right. Jesse
Okay.
Raub Jr.'s Patriots of Texas Festival, which we're moving to the fairgrounds next year.
Well,
All right,
fabulous.
lastly, let's jump back. The Shout House soft opening this
There it is,
weekend,
yeah.
Saturday. We're going to open up lunch from 11 to 2:30, 11 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., and then we'll have our dignitary dinner from 6:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. Music by Caleb Holscher. I think the Hobros
Yeah.
are with him on that one.
Are they or his brothers?
I think it's his brother. I'm not certain. I think the Hobros are all together on this one.
Yep.
So Caleb, and then real quick, Caleb, we're really excited about this. On Tuesday nights, starting in December, we will have Storyteller Tuesdays hosted by Caleb Holscher, featuring artists sitting in with him each week, like Jesse Raub Jr., Jake Bush, Trent Cowie, Peyton Howie, bringing in some big name acts. I got Otis Parrish, lead guitar player from Co-Wetzel, coming in, James Otto. So we'll
James Otto's coming out again?
Jason
Wow.
Allen. We're gonna, so Tuesday nights we're gonna turn that into 3 nights out of the month. We got some local talent that we know and love and support.
Sure,
And then
sure.
one night a month we're gonna go big.
And for those folks that don't understand what a soft opening is, because I see a lot of folks that don't, it's a way to test the kitchen,
Yeah.
test the ranks of new servicemen that are working here, waiters, waitresses, and bartenders, test the machinery, the equipment, the registers, everything in the place.
it.
So we don't accept negative reviews on that day.
No.
You can't do that. I mean, the odds of screwing up are a strong possibility because it's all brand new.
Yeah, it's
so
probably like
you
70%
can't come in and
chance
throw
no.
stones on that day. If you got
That's
something
it.
nice to say, please do it. But Shout House isn't up for that. Talk to the people that are working there. They're out to fix it. That's what a soft opening
We'll
is
have another
typically
soft
about.
opening the very next.
And that's what it's about.
Armando
I mean,
nailed it, y'all. What he said is gospel truth. I support that. That's a very good point. Because it's gonna this place is massive, guys. The inside facility
And it's
is
all
small.
new.
Oh man,
Everything's new.
This thing was a forest.
Yeah,
14 months
I mean,
ago.
and that in itself. I mean, a brand new build-up.
Built
You buy
a
a new
retention
home,
pond.
and you got a light
I
that doesn't
mean,
work, or you got the hot water doesn't come on a certain. That's what
Little things, yeah.
that service of a soft opening is for, and I hope everybody makes it out to come see it. Tell us how we find the Shout House.
The Shout House Conroe. Google the Shout House Conroe. ShoutHouseConroe.com. Go on Facebook, the Shout House.
Is it
ShoutHouseConroe.com? ShoutHouseConroe.com. Yes,
Gotta
sir.
make sure you're tagging the right one so the
Yeah.
UK Shout House doesn't get.
Yeah, that's a salon. That's a salon. I made that
There's
mistake.
somebody
right
in the UK that's
Oh,
getting
Lord.
a lot.
I saw that.
Way to go,
too. Yeah,
marketing
there's a
Greg.
UK.
And then the Shout House in San Diego stole our pictures. They stole our place is so beautiful. I'm sorry if anyone's listening to San Diego, your Shout House sucks.
They're not.
Okay,
And-
good.
and they probably-
dude, they stole it. They stole the pictures.
It's probably a
Uh,
third-party marketing company got lost.
They
and
did.
Just started right-clicking.
I'm
stuff,
blaming all
you
of
know.
San Diego. And I'm just kidding. I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
you
No,
may
I don't
be
want any
right.
hate mail from San Diego.
Because they're trying to look good.
They
That's
are.
why. Because I know I've seen the
They
photos.
know what's
there.
going on.
The
Yeah.
Shout
Some
House
beautiful
looks
pictures.
beautiful.
Yeah,
So
it does look beautiful.
Yeah, Armando's dead on right about that. So we'll have another soft opening the following week, but this is the big soft opening this weekend. Come out to join with us for the dignitary dinner. We're probably only going to run through about 200, 250 that night. So if you get there early, we can guarantee you get a spot and see this gorgeous place. But grand opening, I know we got to get off. Grand opening for the Shout House. We have got a major concert on this one. We got Mark Chestnut's son, Casey Chestnut, singing all of his dad's song plus all of his jukebox preachers featuring Art Tahina and Sun Valley Station, and then Mr. Jesse Raub Jr. headlining the stage for the first time out there. So
That's for the grand opening.
That's for the grand
And
opening.
what day is the grand opening?
November 18th, Friday, November
The
18th.
official grand. At that
official
point, we can
grand.
start yelping and
Now
stuff.
y'all can start yelping because I'm going to say this
Okay,
much.
okay.
It's going to be a monster.
I'm gonna need to hear some Bubba Shot the Jukebox.
No, you know that. He's got to sing that. Paul Wall will be coming. Paul Wall and Sundance Head in December 16th. I got to get away from the microphone. No, December 16th, Paul Wall, Sundance Head, Mike Donnell. Somebody else is on that one. Tim
Paul Wall at
Lightyear.
the zoo
New
one time.
Year's. Man, I can't tell you. It's going to be amazing. We got a big New Year's.
Well, we'll keep sharing.
All
We'll
right.
keep posting that stuff.
All right,
We'll put
so-
it out there.
yes.
Bo, how can we find True South? And let's close out.
TrueSouthPromotions.com, TrueSouthPromo@gmail.com, Beau at the White Hat Capital Group. Man, hit me up. Hit me up if you got any questions about ERC rebates. We're doing ERC rebates, and I was honored to be in the studio today punching my Texas ticket with you, gentlemen. And we will see you Friday at Papa's on the Lake, baby.
Bam! There it is. Yeah. Hallobration.
Hallobration! It's a celebration for Hallobration. Come on.
Every Friday, tune into Texas Ticket on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 FM with Armando Nino of Gold Lake Conroe, focusing on Montgomery County area events and places. Get a feel of the Texas spirit at the event, paired with guest and vendor interviews, event coverage, and ticket giveaways, and so much more. Join us Fridays and punch your Texas ticket. For more information on the show, visit irlonestar.com/Texas Ticket. Welcome back to the Texas Ticket. And guys, as promised, Taylor Fulbright with me here.
Howdy, howdy.
And our special guest, Andrew Rivera. And also with us, another special guest, Zach Galindo of Galindo's. I don't even know what to say anymore. There's so many things going on.
Empire.
The Galindo Empire.
Yeah, the Galindo Empire.
Barbershops, everything.
Everything.
Right.
A lot of stuff going on and a lot to be proud of the success here in Conroe, Montgomery County, Magnolia, and I think you're reaching even further past that now.
The Woodlands area, even into Huntsville. So pretty much the North Houston area and beyond. So.
And that's fabulous, man. Great cuts, great stuff, great coffee.
Thank you.
And I saw the video. It's not just a nook. It is in that full-blown coffee shop,
That's
man.
right.
And I saw it. Yeah, it's the real deal. And what a nice ad for people that are just hanging out in the lobby, waiting for other people to get their haircut, waiting for other people to both waiting for you to get your haircut. You know, you go in there and get it all at one place. You know,
That's
and so stop by and visit them. Where's the closest one to downtown Conroe?
1488 and 45.
1488
Yep.
and 45. And for the folks in Magnolia, where can they go? I know you got a place out there.
It's really not that far. For haircuts, we're just west of 2978, outside of a neighborhood called Lake Windcrest. But it's not that far from the 1488 and 45 location. So they're heading towards 45. They can stop by there as well.
Well, despite that coffee bean is my birthstone.
There you go. We're going to put that on a shirt, by the way, man.
It's not
We're stealing that from you.
It's not mine. I stole it from somewhere else. I right-clicked that. But, you know, and one of the reasons is not because of the great coffee or the fabulous logo or the great haircuts, you know, which all are going to be there. But we're here to talk today with Andrew Rivera and yourself about November 19th at the Lone Star Convention Center for Conroe's Fight Night, which we've dubbed Conroe Fight Night. It's actually the Tigre Promotions Fight Night. Or I'm not sure what the full entitlement of it is, but this is like the fourth or fifth time now that they've been here in Conroe.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, it's Vegas style all the way. It is done in the best of style, and it's I don't know, it's one of those things you got to go to really get the grasp of it and really enjoy it for the real boxing scene and that great feel it brings and the excitement, the thrill. It's all there, you know, and it's a lot of fun. It really isn't. And Andrew, you know, you hail from Willis, Texas. Is that correct? And you're gonna have to speak right into that one so they can hear you now. They'll have you whispering and you're soft spoken. It seems already, which is also kind of surprising.
Yes, yeah. I'm actually very shy. I get nervous real fast, but like when it's time to go out there and do my thing, you know, I just under the lights, everything comes out. All the work I put in, everything comes out.
Did you get in a lot of fights in high school?
I did.
Yeah?
I actually graduated from an alternative school, DAEP, the Stubblefield Alternative School in Willis.
Okay.
And the teachers there, I actually go visit them all the time because the teachers there were always on my case about just getting straight. My senior year, I graduated a little late. Everybody graduated in, I think, May, and I think I graduated like in October because I had to go back again.
Mm-hmm.
But there was one time I walked out of the school and I was like, I'm not going back. I'm just going to drop out. And the teachers there called my mom and they were just like, you know, make him come back. And they were always on my case. And I go visit them and talk to them about that. You know, I was just real hard-headed.
But you finished.
Yeah, I
It
finished.
worked
I did
out, though.
graduate.
Good for
I did
you.
graduate.
Good for you.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
graduate.
And you know, I think the education is really important.
It
and,
is.
And you already are learning those things with training every day. That
Yeah.
if you know, we don't rise to an occasion, we rise to our education. So or we fall to our prowess, our education, what we've learned, our trained skill.
Yeah.
And I can only say from what I know outside the ring that most of the things I've seen are muscle memory. They're constant conditioning.
Yeah, just instinct. You know, just drilling them into your body all the time, like constantly doing the same things over and over and over. Just it's all muscle memory. It just comes
So
out.
you've had 2 fights, and you're
Two
going
fights.
for your third now.
Third.
Okay, and you've won both those other 2 in the first round, right?
I think the first one was the first round. The second one was the second round.
But
Okay.
wait a second. We can't say he's only fought 2 fights. Like
Professional
you,
fights.
You,
Professional
how many
fights.
fights did you have on undercard fight? Are the like
amateur.
amateurs?
Amateur
What was
fights,
your
amateur? I only had 9, 10 fights, amateur fights. I really didn't have a lot. You know, some guys, they have 60, 70 fights. Some guys have hundreds of fights, you know. But just with the experience that I had, the guys that I was sparring, I actually sparred a few guys that were fighting on Alfonso's cards when I was an amateur. I was sparring his guys, you know, helping them getting ready for their fights.
And Alfonso is the number 6 bridgeweight in the world right now,
Yes,
right?
sir.
And that's a great way to start learning from someone who knows what they're doing.
I actually was sparring with him for a while too. Before I think it was last year, his fight in December. I actually was sparring with him for a little while before that fight. And actually,
Kracek, the
the Hungarian guy.
Yeah. That was the kryptonite.
Yeah,
kryptonite.
Yeah.
That's who it was. That was crazy.
It was a good fight.
It was.
A really
I went
good
at
fight.
5, 6, 7 rounds or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
It went.
That was a big boy.
Yeah,
He
was big. He was big.
And they're getting bigger for him, you know. But in your class of fighting, you're
Super middleweight.
super middleweight.
168. Yeah.
Has that changed since you started?
Not really. I don't plan.
You look
on
like you've
moving up.
slimmed down. Is that?
Yeah.
What's your
like,
walking weight right now?
Right now I'm walking around like at 175. I gotta, there's 4 weeks left to the fight, so I'm staying right there and just watching my weight, maintaining right there, and just trying to train, spar, do things at 175, and then.
How often do you practice a week?
Oh, every day.
Every day,
Yeah,
okay.
six times a week, and then Sunday I just get my cardio, a lot of running in. I run all week every morning, but on Sunday it's just running. That's it. I'll take it easy.
I
Sunday's
take
my
it
rest day.
you watch a lot of boxing.
I do.
So who's your top boxer
Right now?
Uh-huh.
Right now, probably I'd say I like Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson's doing a lot.
What
he just
class?
moved
What
up.
weight class is he fighting in?
I think he was fighting at 135. He just moved. I think he's moving up to 140 right now.
Okay.
And he just beat Oscar Valdez for his titles. He just took
Wow.
Oscar Valdez titles. But
I'm a big Canelo fan. I know
Canelo's.
Can't
I'm
go
a
wrong
really
with
big
Canelo,
Canelo
man.
fan too.
It's
I'm a
that
big-
whole 20, 30 punches that he can dodge before
Yeah.
you even touch the man. I mean, I could fight like that if I don't. No one has to hit me in the face, anywhere in the face. Yeah. I don't know, man. Well,
I don't like
I'm the
getting
kind of
hit.
guy that avoids a fight, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, you could pretty much do just about anything. I'm gonna try and talk my way out of it before I have to actually get into it. I mean, there's a lot of moments where I feel like I want to jump into one, but then I realize, you can't judge a book by its cover.
Exactly.
I've seen little guys just destroy big guys and using strange techniques and just shockers, and so it put fear in me that. In those erratic size differences by appearance. Now, weight classes give you that same size, but it doesn't bring you that same strength understanding.
Yeah.
So you can't really tell if he's throwing anvils or he's cotton balls at
Yeah.
you. You know
Yeah,
what I
that is
mean?
true.
And I mean, there's some guys out there like Canelo with the, backing it up. There's some guys like Muhammad Ali that would just pepper you with a jab. And I mean, granted, he could dance, he could move, he can do all those things, but when his jabs were like hitting you with a full blown,
Yeah.
And then growing up, my only fighting training was, that pickle bus, where punch pickle bus,
Yeah.
where you saw a Volkswagen and you punch somebody.
Oh yeah.
Right. Well, we had uppercut fire truck, and we had, we took it to another level.
Extra with your slug bug.
You ever played uppercut fire truck? You see?
That's what I know about
Slug bug. See, there's a difference between like North and South, like not North South, but like Northern North America and South America. We call it slug bug here. Up there, they call it punch buggy or whatever it is. And I've had this fight with my wife because she's from Maryland. She's like, "Oh, that's punch buggy." Or it's, no, what are you talking about? It's slug bug.
It's
Like,
slug bug.
you're not even kidding. But yeah,
And
We've
that's,
had this.
that's a Michael Jr. joke. Michael Jr. is a stand-up comedian out of Fort Worth, and he does a lot of comedy about that. And but I wanted to reflect on Martin Short, I think it was. Martin? That's not his real name. What's Martin?
Martin
Short's?
Lawrence?
Martin Lawrence. Yeah, Martin Lawrence. Yeah, there it is. And he said, he'd do anything to avoid a fight in it. And he said, well, what if Mike Tyson, was in front of your wife and then he punched her? So at what point you walk up to Mike Tyson to make it right? Because, I mean, it is your job, right? I mean, girls like boxers because they're going to protect them, right? They think it. It's got that prowess, that if you felt that, that ladies like that,
Yeah, I know. What you're talking
and women just like to. The man's role's always protected in the home. He's the dog. I mean, and that's just stereotypical and outside, and just how I see it, not necessarily how the world does. I get that, but. I'd be over there negotiating with him, like, what did she do? I know, Mike,
I know how she
but
is.
I know how she gets,
Come
Come on, baby, get up. Let's go home, man.
Yeah,
Dang,
yeah.
I can't believe you. You know, I just did not get in a fight with Mike Tyson because I know it. How's that going to go? You know?
Well, like, who's somebody that you have wanted? Like, is there somebody that you've wanted to historically fight? Like, is there
maybe down the line. I know right now.
alive
David-
or dead? Like,
David Benavidez right now. He's a top guy, right? He fights at 168, and he's around my height as well. And hopefully later down the road, you know, maybe we can get something going with that.
Do some
I still
call-outs
got a
right
lot
here.
to go, but that would be like a dream fight of mine.
Who?
A big dream fight. David Benavidez.
Tell me about him.
He's I think he already had he won the world title twice already.
I'll tell you about him. He about to get beat.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Rivera's coming in hot.
He's one of my favorite fighters right now. He's a good fighter. He's a really good fighter.
So let me ask you a couple questions because one, I was real concerned and I know you got some questions. It sounds like I feel you. I feel you thinking over there, but I was thinking, you know, about. I think the hardest part about it is understanding how to take a punch. You know, how to get hit, how to get down and get back up and keep on. What did Rocky say? You know, it's not how hard you hit or
About
get
how
hit.
hard you can get hit.
It's how
and
often
keep
you
moving
can
forward.
keep getting back up, moving forward. Yeah. So I think getting familiar with that canvas sometimes is healthy and understanding it should be expected. You know that I'm gonna get hit.
Yeah,
You know,
for
because
sure.
it's the main reason I don't get in the ring is because they're gonna hit back at me unlike the bag.
Too pretty.
Right.
Just too pretty.
Yeah, it's dangerous. You know, you get hit in the face. You know, yeah. So, what's the hardest you've been hit? You think who's throwing the biggest
Man,
punches?
it's Alfonso.
Alfonso.
I start off, man. That guy hits like a truck, man.
and he's teaching
And
those
he's
lessons.
fast.
He's hitting.
Oh
it.
yeah, oh yeah,
Oh,
oh yeah.
love the school of hard
Yeah,
knocks. That'll get
yeah.
you there quick. It's like throwing
Yeah,
you
there's
in
only
the
one
pool
way
to
to do
learn
it.
to
Is getting there
swim.
with the best. That's the only way to do it. You know, sparring the best of the best. That's the only
And
way
getting
you get
hit
better.
and getting hit. I mean, you got to get hit. You got to be
You gotta
comfortable with
take
it.
those- yeah, you got to get comfortable in there. That's the main thing.
I was talking about I fell on my bike and I hit my chin on the ground and it was right on the sweet spot and I was like, man, I hit that pretty hard on the concrete. I could still take a punch. Yeah, and I felt like I still got it. You know, but it was never about how I fought. It was about how I took a hit. You know, and I think that's just something where if I needed influence or strength in the ring, it was when I was in that position.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about that? You've been in that? You haven't been. I haven't seen you in that position, but
Not
in
yet.
before.
I mean, it happens. You know, it happens. That's the main thing. That's what the training's for. You know, trying to avoid those big shots and things like that. And that's why we do what we do. You know, perfecting little things, head movement, you know, waist movement, getting out of the way of certain shots, and keeping your eyes open, looking for things, looking for openings, and looking what shots I'm gonna choose and where I'm gonna move at. Staying one step ahead. That's the main thing. Staying one step ahead.
Sure, and I can hear Alfonso talking sometimes when you speak, and it's nice. It's nice, and that's a good. That means you've learned a lot from
I
people
learned a
that
lot
can
from
teach
him.
a
I
lot.
learned a lot from him.
Zach, I know you had some questions.
Yeah, well, on that topic, so, I mean, does it ever get to a point to where you almost like, when you do get hit, it's almost like you like it? You know what I mean? Like it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's, because I've heard people say that before, like it gets to a point where like you get hit and you don't feel that, like pain. It's like, okay,
It's like,
all right, here
I'm
we
getting
go.
my get back.
All right,
Yeah,
here we
I'm
go.
getting my get back. That's what it is. And sometimes that's why they say stay calm, because you know I get hit with a little jab or something, and my first instinct's like, all right, I'm gonna get you next. And sometimes you can rush in and run into a shot. So you got to be smart. Sometimes you got to move in smart.
That adrenaline
Yeah.
injection, yeah.
I get
it's-
hit, and my first instinct is, all right, mine's is next. Like I'm gonna get you back.
Well, I'm not jittery anymore after that. I'm more about getting angry. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that fire. You know that inner extra strength.
What are
Yeah.
you thinking whenever you're trying to quell that inner fire? Like, what keeps it together for you not just to go out there and just start flailing? Like, what's keeping it all together for you?
That goes again back to the training. You know, sparring, you get hit too, and that's one of the things that you got to control in sparring. You need to control your emotions. When you get hit with a good shot, you can't show that it was a good shot. You know, you stay calm, and stay doing what you're doing. Stick to the game plan. That's all it is.
And Zach, you're one of the sponsors for the event on November 19th at the Lone Star Convention Center for the fight night, and those tickets are on sale already online. You get your VIP tables, you can get general admission tickets already, and it is sold out every time it's been in town. Yep. So I don't want anyone. Where's that camera at? I don't want anybody to think you can just wait up for this. It gets to be a tougher ticket as things go along, and I think you've picked the right event to support. And but I've seen you at every single fight. have you always been a boxing enthusiast?
Yeah. So I've been a boxing fan for forever. We got involved with El Tigre. It was kind of funny. He was getting a haircut at the barbershop, and I asked him just playing around, like, hey, how much would it cost for me to put my logo on your trunks? You know, just the lion right up front. And he was like, you know, if you want exposure, don't put it on my trunks. You want to put it on the ring girls. Because I can go out there and I could get knocked out, and I'm only there for 10 seconds. And some people, they may not even see me. Yeah. But the ring girls, all eyes are on the ring girls. And we're like, you know what? That's actually really smart. Like, we didn't think about that. So we told them, all right, if you ever do one in Conroe, we want to be the first ones to have the opportunity to do that. And sure enough, they ended up having one. Actually, it wasn't in Conroe. It was in Houston. But I said, you know what? Let's try it out. This was, I think, the fight before you made your debut.
December. That was the one
it was in December. That's right.
Yeah.
And we did it in Houston. And it only took not even 5 minutes from watching live fighting. I had never been to a live professional boxing match or really any type of fighting match ever before. 5 minutes and you're hooked. I mean, you hear every punch. You hear, like, people grunting when they get hit. You see the sweat flying. It's hard not to.
The crowd,
it's
energy,
hard not to absolutely love it. And so from that point on, we're like, hey, man, we want to be involved really as much as we can for love of the sport.
It's super
but
fun.
Then I got to meet Andrew as well. So he had been coming to the barbershop for a while, and he told us that he was going to be making his pro debut soon. And so we said, hey, we want to be involved with this. We want to be there for his debut, which ended up being in Conroe. And you had a ton of people. And I remember you had a ton of, I don't know, over 100 tickets sold, right? For people supporting from Willis,
I think I sold
Conroe.
like 6 tables in that event. I sold like 6 tables for that event. Nice. I sold a lot of tables for that event.
Well, you know, you'll see that as that progression goes forward, that will happen more and more and more. And, you know, keeping your fan base, keeping them excited. And, you know, win, lose, or draw, it's still a good fight.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you got to make it a good fight.
I go out there to put on a show. You know, that's what it's all about, putting on a show for everybody.
I'm happy with just the win. I love the show, but, man, I want to see you knock him out. And you're fighting Holcomb, right? And
yeah, Holcomb. Sean Holcomb, I think.
Okay. And do you know much about this guy?
Not really, I don't. No,
you studied, you watch films like in football games.
I haven't seen no
stuff.
videos on him or anything really, but you know, I just that's how confident I am in what I do. You know, I know I put in the work to go out there and get that win. So that's what I plan on doing.
Yeah, and what kind of you know, before the fight starts, right? Like 24 hours, 48 hours before you get into the fight, what kind of mindset, what kind of preparation do you make, like day of? I mean, if you're running every day and you're in the gym every day, it seems like every day you're preparing for the fight.
Yep.
And then when you get to the point is there something change? Is it get different, like at the wire?
Turn into that bulldog.
Yeah, honestly, it's just like calm. Like I'm the quietest person. Like I'll just sit there quiet. I mean, I talk with my family and my friends and things like that, but really I just like to sit down and just relax. I just kick my feet up and I don't do anything the day before the fight or the day of the fight. I just
any change in diet or what you drink, how your intake,
no, I just
and
drink
stuff
water,
like that?
You know, staying hydrated after the weigh-in, staying hydrated, eat something.
And where's the weigh-in coming?
It's gonna be at Taqueria Arandas right here in Conroe, next to the Planet Fitness.
Next to Planet Fitness. Okay. Yeah. And they got some amazing barbacoa down there.
Oh, yeah.
Just tell you right now, those homemade tortillas all day long. So also on the ticket with you, November 19th, there are a few other fights that I'm excited about and some other folks that I haven't seen before. What would you say is a fight that you want to be watching from ringside?
Esteban Noyola.
Yep.
He's actually trains from our gym, and
Luke McDonald.
And Luke McDonald. Those guys, they're both really good fighters, and they're gonna bring fireworks that night. That's a fight that y'all don't want to miss for sure.
Yeah, I think Luke's been on the last 2 fights.
Yeah.
And he's a bulldog. I mean, it's an exciting fight. I mean, he's going out there, he's taking punches, he's delivering punches, and Esteban fights that same style.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be that. I mean, that's going to be a really exciting fight. I think everybody that knows about those 2 guys fighting, they're excited to watch that.
Absolutely. And
Gonna be a punch face Saturday night.
Yeah.
so are you happy in the weight class you're in? Do you see yourself changing that at all?
Yeah, right now I'm comfortable. I make weight fairly easy. Like I don't struggle to make weight. I walk around like 10 pounds above my weight class, and like when I'm not fighting, so I stay around, and it's not really hard for me to make weight. So maybe in the future I might move up to 175. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to. You know, as I get older, it's gonna be harder to make the weight.
So how old are you now?
I'm 22. I just turned 22 last July.
Happy birthday. I'm July as well.
July
Seventh?
30th. July
7th.
30th.
Okay. You're not a Cancer. You're Taurus, right?
Leo.
That's Leo.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm
Leo.
a Leo too. August 3rd. Just a couple days out. Yep.
Tell me a little bit about your career. I know we have a couple of different coaches and a couple folks that just guide you through the process, and your stepfather being one of them.
Yeah.
And of course, Alfonso Lopez,
Alfonso
number 6
Lopez.
Bridgerweight. And is there anyone else we need to include there as far as the guidance?
My main coach, Jose Cabrera, I actually started with him when I started boxing. I was 17, my senior year of high school, and I was about to turn 18. I started at the boxing gym, and I was like 260. 260. The highest I got was like 285. But I was a big boy. I used to play football in high school.
You weighed 285.
Yes, yeah.
You know, Alfonso was linebacker for Sam Houston State.
Yeah, I knew he played football.
You see pictures of him.
Yeah.
That's right. It's crazy. But you were 275.
Yeah.
Dang.
And I dropped all that weight. And my main coach that's with me, I've been with him since the start. And he was actually a training partner and sparring partner for Salvador Sanchez, a world
Oh
champion.
wow! Yeah. That's crazy,
Yeah.
and that's a lot of really good experience bringing to the table. How'd
sure.
you get the opportunity? How did it start? I mean, when did because I saw El Tigre put a thing up about welcoming new boxers coming out if you
Yeah,
want to fight,
yeah.
that kind of thing, and I'm like, oh hell no! I've seen the other boxers, how'd you meet these guys? I mean, how did it work out?
Well, my stepdad actually, like I'm saying, when I was in school, I used to fight a lot. I was getting in trouble with my friends. I was always in the street, and my stepdad, he actually told me one time, he's like, hey, there's a gym in Conroe that's Fearless. Shout out Fearless Boxing Gym. But he was like, there's a gym in Conroe, and I'm going to take you there. I need you to get out, like, stop getting in trouble. And I was like, yeah, for sure. I put it off, and a week passed, and I actually went and partied with my friends. I was hungover the next morning. He woke me up. He's like, come on, let's go. And I told him, like, I can't go. I'm hungover. I'm not going to be able to make it. He's like, I told you we were going, and we're going.
We're going.
So he took me every round. That's how it was, throwing up every round. But after that, I never left. I fell in love with the sport. And once I started seeing myself lose weight, that's what really made me, go hard, 3 times harder than what I was already doing. And, yeah, just from there, meeting different people. I actually fought in one of Alfonso's amateur shows, and I actually met Alfonso a while back, and he was telling me, whenever you're ready to go pro, just give me a call. And in his fight in December, he actually won that fight, and he got off the ring, and he walked up to me. He's like, what's up? He's like, you're going to fight for me in April or what? And I was just like, yeah, I looked at my coach, and my coach looked at me. He's giving me, like, the nod, like, go ahead. And I told him, I was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
There it is. Okay. So, Zach, you'll be there, right? And,
Absolutely. Wouldn't miss it for the world, man.
I wanted our audience to know that we have some tickets that El Tigre has given us to give away, some general admission tickets that all you have to do is send. First, you have to be a follower of Facebook.com/TXTicket.
Texas ticket.
And send us a little message. Say, give me those tickets. And I'll tell you, you can get a ticket to the fight night, or you can go to the Rockin' H Winter Bash in Magnolia. We've got a whole bunch of tickets here for that. Wait a minute. This ain't called the Texas Ticket Show for nothing. Wait a minute.
Over here.
I've got 4 Renaissance Festival tickets.
Oh.
Nice.
We'll put those down. I've got 10 El Tigre Fight Night tickets, and we'd like to see some folks go to Facebook.com/TXTicket, like the page, follow the page, and then send me a message. Give me some tickets, and then tell them what tickets you want. And then we'll make sure you get those tickets. We'll get in touch with you through there. Come on out and see us. Go visit Zach Galindo at any one of the locations. We're going to put some of your links down there so people can find
Yeah,
you.
and we've actually got some tickets we'll be giving away as it gets closer to the fight as well. So we'll be doing a nice little giveaway.
But more so, you're going to be there with the whole streamliner out front.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, so last time we did haircuts for all the boxers and anybody else that wanted a haircut that was there early. They came in and got cleaned up. So we'll be doing the exact same thing. I think the doors open at 5, so we'll be there, I think as early as 4 o'clock doing haircuts. So if you're there for the show, you get there early, we'll get y'all cleaned up.
Great.
I'm letting this grow until...
Yeah, we're going to let
Yeah.
it grow out till we get there. And you know what? I think I'm going to clean this off for when we go there. Can you do that there too?
Absolutely. No mohawk, though? I thought we were doing a mohawk.
No mohawk.
No mohawk?
I'm
Okay.
afraid it won't grow back.
You're doing the mohawk.
Yeah, sure.
One of y'all has to do something cool.
Man, I'm worried. Shaving
let you
my
do whatever you
goatee
want.
is pretty. That's
Yeah,
as
okay, that's
extreme as
true,
I'm
that's
gonna
true,
get. I've
that's
had
true.
this thing for a decade, man, and it takes another decade to grow it back.
Man,
Well,
you might
probably
not recognize yourself, man, if you do that.
It's been a while. It's been a while. So if I get a haircut and shave my goatee, I drop about 10 years. I look a lot
I can see
younger.
it. I can see it.
And my fat cheeks will do that for me. But lots of tickets to give away, folks. We have lots of ways to go. If you don't have the funds to go, you don't have the money to go, it is not an excuse. Right. Follow the page. If you can't afford to go to the Texas Renaissance Festival, follow facebook.com/TXTicket. We just want you to know we appreciate you watching the show. If you're out in Magnolia and you don't have enough to go something nice for your family for the Christmas holidays, the Winter Bash is a great event. There's a good at the Rockin' H. Let me make sure I got that right in my glasses. Rockin' H Winter Bash in Magnolia, and that's at the park there. Man, I can't remember the name of that park.
Unity Park.
Unity Park, yeah, in Magnolia, and that's that Magnolia tradition, getting out there to the holidays, and Mr. and Mrs. Claus is going to be there. There's like 5 artists out there. It's going to be a great show. Peyton Howie's there.
I think just because I've mentioned this every single time I've been on this show, Peyton Howie, she's actually on this.
Yeah, and a lot of others, and of course the Renaissance Festival. We got 2 weeks left. The Pirate Week, and then there is their final one, and I'm not sure what the theme there.
Christmas
no, it's the there's the Christmas one, but then there's the Barbarian. Barbarian one. Oh, yeah.
Good luck. I'm not going to that.
Yeah. and if you did, you'd have a fabulous haircut.
I would. It'd have the Barbarian.
I usually wait to cut all
Hawk.
this off and get cleaned up till after, so I have that rough look for Barbarian Weekend at the Texas Renaissance Festival, and that's out at Todd Mission, and that's in Plantersville, right past Plantersville, Texas. If you haven't been out there, that show seats about 750,000 people a year. So, and they're in their 48th season. So, if you look at something, I mean, the Lone Star Convention Center, where you'll be at, will seat 2,800, 3,000, 3,500 tops, depending on how it works out, and typically, so. That's why it sells out pretty quick. I mean, I'd love for us to have a big arena soon. We'll move you over to the fairgrounds. You know what I mean? So we can all see. You know,
and they'd sell that out too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, in a
For
heartbeat.
sure.
In a heartbeat.
I'm feeling that, and they don't need any help with those marketing. You know, we do it for fun, and we do it because it helps folks watch our show and get them informed, and come see folks like you, and inspire some of the young people out in Willis that I know are watching today, and they've asked, and you know, I want to make sure those folks have an opportunity to go in case they can't, and you know. You can always go buy a ticket and give it to someone else, you know, that wants to go. Feel free to go buy some tickets, give it to some young folks that get out there and get them inspired, and follow up on some of the options young people have to growing up. Is there any advice you'd like to give to some of the folks out there in Willis that may be in a similar situation or a tough one? I mean, a challenging lifestyle, but you know, they got their youth, their strength, and a lot of those things going for them, and a lot of pride, and they can go out there and express that and learn. Any advice for those young men or women?
They just need to go out and find something, you know, that they love doing. That's the main thing. Finding something. I'd rather do something that I love doing and just not even make any money, you know, just doing what I love doing than just doing something, making money, and I'm not happy. You know, find something you love doing and stick with it and just push forward. Like whatever it is, anything. You could literally do anything you want to do, whatever it is.
I'm excited for you, man. I really am. And you know, I hate to. I've always been taught in my life never to bring up a negative because it's not a good thing, and you know, you should do always positive. Yeah. But that's not life. You know, life's got. It's going to be good and bad. It's a roller coaster. Sure. It's going to have ups. It's going to have downs, and I don't care how you. It's just how you see it. It's from perspective, and so I don't want to lose you in a fight. I don't want a bad fight to change your mindset. I take that punch, man. Get back up. Keep on coming.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, you hit that canvas. I'm going to be the one guy. I swear to you, I will get up off my table, run over ringside, mow over some ABO guys, and then get up. You know, like that. I'll yell at you like that old man in Rocky. You know. Can you hear the audience when you're up there?
Yeah. Well, I try to block everybody. I try to just listen to my coaches, but you know, I'm really good at listening, so I do hear a lot of people. You know, I hear my mom, I hear my brothers, I hear my nephews. Like last time in Galveston, I actually have a video. My nephews are screaming, like all my nephews are like screaming my name, telling me go. Yeah, but they're all screaming. You know, I can hear everybody. Yeah.
And that inspires you. I hope.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
So we'll bring some screams and stuff. And man, you take the heat, get back up, get in there and win. Give us another dub, and take you to 3-0 now, right? It'll take you to 3-0. Well, let's look for November 19th. We're going to be right back after this, Andrew and Zach, and we're going to get our Punch Your Texas Ticket segment and a little shout out here. But man, blessed to have you. Blessed to have you. Zach, same. We look forward to seeing you. I'm going to get it all cleaned up.
Yeah,
November 19th.
I'll see y'all then. Yeah,
and
everybody else.
Crazy. We're going to let it go crazy between now and
all right, I'm going to hold you to it, man.
This is Wayne Green, your host for Radio Wayne, Spoke and More. Each Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m., I'll be playing folk, singer-songwriter, Americana, blues, bluegrass, classic country, Cajun Zydeco, Celtic swing, and whatever else seems to fit. Once again, that's Radio Wayne, Spoke and More, every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. on Lone Star Community Radio.
Welcome back to the Texas Ticket.
Hey, how are
Wow. Wow.
That was pretty intense.
Do you want to arm wrestle?
Come on.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. That could have gone on for a while there. I think we're equally matched. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of things going on.
That's all that's all the extenuating physical.
All the physical
that
we
I'm
got.
gonna do.
That's about as. But when we said throw hands, we meant
throw them up.
or applaud or something. You know, when he throws hands, Andrew goes a different way with all that.
My goodness, that kid has got some fast hands and even faster knockouts.
Super fast. So, you catch them, and we're going to get into the Punch Your Texas Ticket segment of the show. And I'd like to say it's brought to you by Go Crates, and those are the folks that help you move. They bring the dolly out with all the, the red boxes. Oh, my GoPros from all the massive photo shoot from all the professional boxers that were here today. But you can catch the Go Crates at GoCrates.com.
That's GEAUX.
That's right, Go Crates, and it's the easiest way to move, and extremely efficient, inexpensive, and gets it done. October 28th. I want to start there because it's right around the corner.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, and October 28th, Chris Stapleton is with the All American Roadshow, and that's at the Cynthia Woodlands
That's gonna be a
Mitchell
great show
Pavilion. Cynthia Mitchell Pavilion. Brandon Ryder at the table at Medley on October 29th.
Yeah. October 20th. Also, what's going on at 202? What's
Murder
going on over there?
At 202.
Murder at 202.
Murder. Yeah,
That's on the 29th at 7:30. It's coming up real soon.
And that's Brandon Ryder, and his push and pull makes it all work. You know, that's all I'm getting out of that. But it's a small stage. I'm surprised he's there. He's an awesome artist and a lot of fun. I don't know if he's going to be in the small stage.
Table
inside.
at Madeley's been bringing on some really great artists over
Right.
the past few weeks, so they've got a lot coming up just in the next couple of months as well. So checking them out is always a good plan. Plus, they're right downtown, so they're easy to get to. Lots of different food, lots of different things to try down there. But
And
one
that's
of the greatest
October 29th
stages.
at 7:30 p.m. And of course, the 202 Murder. at
Murder.
202. That's at 202 North Main.
There is a trunk or treat coming up October 28th. The Salvation Army trunk or treat.
That's the militant wing of the Salvation Army, right? No. That's community support wing. Yeah, that's the standard trunk or treat.
Yeah, 5:30 to 8:30. Salvation Army of Conroe's Fall Festival is going to be out there. Hundreds of young people are going to be there. Lots of giveaways for the young ones. Be sure that you're dressed appropriately.
You could really candy up this year. I mean, I don't know if people are aware, but if they watched our Halloween special just the week before last, and they watched this one, the last 3 episodes, there's been, I think we've mentioned at least a good 14, 15
Yeah,
of these
so
trunk or
many.
treats that you can go to.
Well, the neat thing, like I've gone to a few over the weekend, the past couple of weekends, and all of them have been giving out like toys. And
Really?
it breaks my heart so much when you're getting like little snakes and yo-yos and stuff. Like, give me the candy. I came here for the candy. I have 2 kids of candy getting age now.
And just about
I
every
need to
church
put them
is
out
doing
there
it.
and
You
bring
know,
me back something
you're
more
gonna
than
make
a dum-dum.
You're gonna make a living off that. I mean, you're gonna have candy to supply. For
We've had a talk.
Till at
I've
least
had to
October.
have a talk with my daughter. She keeps bringing home root beer flavored Dum Dums, and that's got to be the bottom barrel of candy. So
it's
like,
that
I don't
it's that-
trust people who give out Dum Dums.
I don't know about kids
I
like
just-
suckers, but you know that what's that candy that comes in either the black or the orange little wax paper?
Oh, the peanut butter thing. Or
Who
whatever
knows what it is?
Yeah.
But they've been slipping that in Halloween bags for decades, and I think that's the bottom rung of Halloween candy.
Well, Well, I'm all about the S's: Skittles, Sour Patch, Super Bubble. Those are my go-tos. So.
I like all of those. And you know, the churches are really all putting on some kind of thing. Talk to your pastor, talk to your church coordinators, and see what they got going on, because I'm certain there's something. And these are free events. I mean, not Chris Stapleton but you know. These trunk or treats at the churches is what I'm talking about. The Salvation Army, also a free event. So, you know, these things are very meaningful. And you can go down to see the car show / fall festival, which is a car show and a trunk or treat. Ooh. And the folks that own these older model cars and the cars that are in the show, they're doing the trunk or treat from that car.
You have like 1967 Chevelles out there with
Christine, you know,
Christine,
another Stephen King reference
trunks
there.
full of melting chocolate from the
Car show
100-degree
fall
weather.
festival with trunk or treat, and that's in Magnolia at the Living Stones Church. I guess the Cynthia Mitchell Woodlands Pavilions also November 2nd, bringing us Stevie Nicks, and I know there's a ton of folks ready to see her. And
I don't think I own enough frilly frocks to go to this concert.
Got to be frocky.
You got it's there's going to be a lot of waving kimonos and whatnot out there. So I don't think I'll be at that show, but it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm a friend of Aaron and the crew, and you know they're playing out that one place out in Stagecoach, Texas.
I've heard of it, but I'm not sure.
I know they're coming, and
is it at the Show Sport? Is that what it is?
Show Sport Farm? Yep. And that's Aaron Watson and his crew. I don't know what the crew entails. I'm not sure, but I love
like
watching
Aaron Watson.
He puts on a great live show. I mean, I like his music just generally, but I really enjoy the live show. And there's a lot of bands that put on a great jam sesh, and they just do it different. They bring in, they do costume changes, like we were talking about. You know, we were going to change our costume a few times during this show, to bring a little variety to it. But also October 29th.
I'm pretty excited about this one.
Your Thrill at the Mill.
The Thrill at the Mill.
It's the Thrill at the Mill.
The 7 Acre Wood Thrill at the Mill, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. over at the 7 Acre Woods. If you haven't been out there, it's a great spot to take the kids. It's at 4401 North Fraser, right there in Conroe. They're going to be hosting their Thrill at the Mill.
Petting zoo.
Yeah, petting zoo, mini golf, playground, scooter track, giant sandbox, giant chess. They've got so many things out there for kids. Like you
Giant
can't go
chess.
wrong with it. Yeah,
That's always fun.
They're going to be moving these.
I want to do
giant-
that. I'm down.
Challenge has been
Where's
thrown
Daddy?
down. He's playing giant chess.
Yeah. Well, guys, I also want to thank some friends and give some shout outs and just friends. And, we also always looking for sponsors for the show. And, it's a nonprofit supports local businesses in Conroe. We don't charge you to come on the show, but we love your support. And even if you can't come on the show, support the show that helps the rest of the city, and bring you these events, bring you some highlights and what's going on. And we try to get them all in as much as possible. If we have an event that you have coming up and you'd like to share with us in the future, please be sure to mention that to us. Send us an email. Give us a phone call. I mean, you can find all that information on how to do that at facebook.com/TXTicket.
Text ticket.
Yeah, and you can look us up and find those things. Send us the details. Send us all the stuff. I mean, if you don't call us, sometimes we can't find it. And just advice for some promoters and for folks that, and not necessarily just promoters, but they're smaller venues like churches and, for these things and nonprofits and other groups. Go to Visit Conroe and put it on their calendar there. They have a calendar there that people go to see what's happening in this town and around and surrounding areas.
I don't know how many times I go there looking for things that are coming up on the weekend, like come Wednesday, Thursday night, and I'll look up and see, hey, what's going on this weekend? And then find it right there.
Yeah,
and a lot of people don't take advantage of that.
They don't, and it's free. You can just put it up there, get your details, put it up there, post it up there, and I look at it, and I don't know how many other proprietors, possible vendors, possible visitors, possible musicians, artists, whatever. You just don't know. So you've got to get it out there. I mean, there's a lot of folks that want to go, and some folks, we wait to the last minute. That's just how we are.
You have to be able to. I mean, especially with 16, 17, 18 different markets, festivals, things of that nature going on this typical Saturday, Sunday. you want to be able to plan it out. So
That's right.
Make sure you have all that information. Send it over to us, or send it over to Visit Conroe. Make sure that everyone here knows exactly what's going on, so that you can make those plans.
And there's a real easy link to submit your event there if you go to the events page. Also, a big suggestion would be go to Google and put your event on Google. Share your Google link, your ticket purchasing options, or if there isn't any requirements, things you need, things you'd like to see at your outing or your show, support you'd like to get long before the show comes. And, once it goes on Google, you'll get a lot of eyes of folks that otherwise you don't already know. I mean, so Google are folks that are looking for something to do. Will type in Conroe, Magnolia, Montgomery, Huntsville, Woodlands events, and look for those events to find out where to go, because that's their last chance to find something to do tonight. And I do it all the time. And, I don't see all the events that we mentioned there. I have to go to multiple places to find some of these things to share that. But if you want a successful event, the first things I would suggest is to make sure that you share it with some of those free platforms that allow you to share that with community that are searching for those things. Yeah. And it's a great thing to do. I will second the Shout House and give a shout out to the Shout House, because we're all excited about that soft opening. Beau plugged it quite a bit earlier in the show, but it was on my list of shout outs to give out anyway. Western Shadows, another event venue that just opened up, and they're booking weddings, events, and venues out there, that sort of thing. And so a lot of going on. Now you got, of course, Papa's. I know we mentioned the Hallobration, and we got sponsored by Dirt Logic and the contracting companies got out there, and all those guys.
Loud Motors.
He did real good at sharing that, and bringing all the people that support that. And those businesses that support these events are the people that help bring it to fruition. Without their support, these events may not occur. So it's always good to, if you liked what you saw, to support the people that help make it happen. Now, I know I don't want to take any thunder away from the promoter or the venue, but the support of the sponsors and vendors makes a big deal about it. Give them a second look. If the venue is right for you, the show is right for you, give those vendors another look. And vendors, if you're thinking about promoting your business in the Conroe, Montgomery County area, Woodlands, all the areas we mentioned, it's a good idea to support one of these events. Find a good one that's a good fit that relates to the audience you're trying to reach, and get out there and shake some hands. I mean, get some real personable touch to it. And I think that's a great ad. What's going on the North Shore, Taylor?
North Shore?
What you got going on back at home? Anything going on in the Bentwater area?
Well, we had a really successful blood drive.
Oh, really?
I'd like to thank the Watkins team for having us out there. Went out there, gave blood, and they did the plasma donations as well. And they actually used my donation. I got the text that had been sent.
That's outstanding.
2 days.
So. And I ran into Cindy Cochran. I wanted to make sure we mentioned Cindy Cochran. Great show here on Lone Star Radio, Community Radio here in Conroe. She wanted to give a shout out to the Wharton Financial Group, as well as the Golden Corral here in Conroe. And we all know where these places are. Check them out on her show or mine. And she's on every day. I'm not exactly sure what time that show comes on, but be sure to catch the Cindy Cochran show. Good friend, good show. I saw her on Johnny Carson. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
She got interviewed by Johnny Carson. Wait, that's second level.
That's big time.
That is big time. That's big time. Quality Sleep Shops of Texas. Let's give a big shout out to those guys. They're the best in beds, and they're doing custom furniture right there in the store. Go by and see them. They're on 105 West in Sunshine Plaza, across from the Lake Conroe Dam there. Also wanted to, we did mention the great wear you're wearing today from the Dudes Den on today's show.
The Dudes Den.
This hoodie I love.
Some great clothing from the Dudes Den. Also, don't forget, if you're down in the downtown Montgomery, Dudes Den is located behind or inside the 6-Shooter Junction Boutique and Jessica's Fine Gifts or Fine Jewelry in that same shopping plaza. So be sure to stop in there. They got some great stuff from Ariat, Hui, Be Fresh, and a lot of other great gentlemen attires.
Ah, yes. And you can have that gentleman's experience there, too, from what I understand. Can't wait to visit. I haven't been to the Dudes Den. I'm looking forward to it. I didn't even know it was in there. But we want to kind of mention, again, we have a ton of tickets. And if you're one of those folks that have a problem with getting tickets from a radio station, go buy some then. If you're not, then you go to facebook.com/TXTicket. And guys, the Winter Bash, Renaissance Festival, and we've got the El Tigre Fight Nights tickets that were just added to the giveaway. Again, you have to follow and like the page, and just send them a direct message and ask. Right? I'd like some Renaissance tickets. Now, I've only got 4 of these left, and they were 5. I got 5. And that's it. Once they're gone, they're gone. I have 10 Fight Night tickets for November 19th. Renaissance Festival are good for the ballot for the
Remainder of the season.
October 8th, November 27th. I believe that's the close.
Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah. These are for. Can you see? That's. Can you see what that is? That is. Stores open at 12. Store starts at 1:30 at Unity Park in Magnolia for the Rockin' H Winter Bash with Braxton Keith, Logan Sanford.
That's December 10th.
December 10th. Nate Nelson, Peyton Howie, Ty Larimore, and Jacob Gonzalez. Now, you can go see all those right there in Magnolia at Unity Park, or go to the Texas Renaissance Festival, or join us at Fight Night. And, guys, I want to thank everybody for watching, coming out today. Please visit our sponsors and the folks that help this show. Quality Sleep Shops Texas, Forthright Roofing and Restorations.
Quality Sleep Shops.
Go Crates. Let's go visit those guys.
One last thing. If you are a local business in the area, be sure to let us know how we can help you. Like if there's something we can do to help your business, let us know how we can be of service to you.
Right, and we don't do this for our health. We both are I guess, influencers of nature marketing, and like to help bring businesses to the community. And one of the things that we both do is help to support the show and the station. And one of our contributions is that marketing effort that we like to bring to the table here. And I hope it shows. I hope it makes a difference. And if you're watching, well, that is the difference, folks. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you. Thank you for watching Texas Ticket. Glad you enjoyed the show.
Adios.